So Jimmy, what do you think about the bell in the story?
So about the bell in the story sort of acts like a reset button. You know the story when every time the bell rings, it resets itself back to a specific point in the story. Yeah, it acts like that. It's like a reset button. So it's turned on when something screws up in the story. Like for example, when the girl doesn't let the guy sit, and then there's a bell, ding, just like that, and time resets itself every time. Like whenever the guy screws up in his sentences or just tries to hit on the girl but fails, time resets itself. When time resets itself, it's signaled by the bell. The bell rings, time resets itself. Where the bell doesn't ring because the conversation is correct.
What are the challenges in creating an ideal conversation?
I think the challenges in creating an ideal conversation would be when a person lacks knowledge in having a conversation. For example, when a person does not know what to say or is not conscious about what he or she is saying, that could hurt the person in the conversation, and it may lead to the conversation to become awkward and boring. Other than that, when a person is selfish, then the person may not care about the other person's feelings, or is selfish and only wants to talk about what he or she wants to and not trying to listen.
What do you think about starting a conversation with a lie?
A lie? I mean, technically, if you ask me, I'd say everybody had done it at least once their whole life. You don't just go up to a person and say, hey, I'm an annoying, socially awkward, self-centered, emotionally complicated person, but nice to meet you. I mean, it's not wrong to be straightforward and honest, but sometimes it's not the best option out there. But why are we doing it though? We've always been taught that first impression is always the best and the most crucial thing in a relationship. We were our very best on our first day of school or our first day at work. But eventually, as time passes, we'll end up caring less. That does not mean that we don't care anymore. It means that people around you are able to break your shell and accept you just the way you are. Just like a relationship. If you start a relationship with a lie, then I guess it's okay. But if you continue your relationship with a lie, then one way or another, everything will go downhill. So what I'm trying to say is that it's okay to start a relationship with a friendly lie, but you have to remember that the most important thing in a relationship is honesty and trust.
What do you think about the unseen character in the story, the waiter?
I think the waiter is not because exists in the conversation. It's just someone that Bill created in order to distract Betty's attention. If you notice in the conversation, whenever he could not come up with something interesting to continue the conversation with Betty, he would definitely call the waiter, and the minute he called the waiter, he would start over and with a new topic. And another evidence why I said that the waiter is not exist is because when Bill said that the waiter seems to have different time zone with them, as he could not be able to locate any one of them. And this clearly indicates that the conversation is basically based on the two of them. It's just that if Bill want to have an interesting conversation with Betty, so as he could not come up with interesting facts, he would call the waiter in order to come up with a new one.
Would you want a bell in your life?
Honestly, no. Personally, I wouldn't want a bell in my life because I think that having to start a conversation all over again just by the sound of a bell is pretty ridiculous. When I was reading through the play, I noticed that the bell was a symbol of a fresh start and a fantasy of getting a second chance to say the right thing. If this happened in real life, I think there wouldn't be any arguments and no one's feelings would get hurt. Who wouldn't want that? But honestly, I think it's too fake. We allow society to control the way we think too much, like what is right and what is wrong. But when Bill was telling Betty about his GPA, you notice that the bell rings every time because it apparently doesn't live up to Betty's expectations. And so he ends up lying. You can't expect yourself to click with everyone. Like, you may have chemistry with one person, but none at all with another. We might not have a second chance to make a good impression, but from the knowledge we gain through experience, we should use it and improve ourselves to be a better person.
What do you think is the best way to approach someone?
Well, in my opinion, I've come up with 3 best ways to approach someone. The first one is we need to give a friendly impression. A friendly impression is important as we will make the person that we wanted to talk to feel more comfortable and more secure as the conversation starts. My second point is don't be shy. If you're being shy, the conversation will become more awkward. In fact, be more open-minded as it will help to come up with new conversation and more interesting topic to be talked about. My third point is don't rush. New people need some privacy of their own. As a stranger, we don't just go around and ask for numbers or dates, as it portrays our silliness for being impatient. Well, basically, everything starts with getting to know each other just to be friends. And once the chemistry is there, we can move on to more serious questions.